Hey guys, today all the female leaguers are going to find out that they are cooked before they even think about fighting against Wonder Woman. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It all started in a wrestling ring. Two men are battling against each other, watched by a less enthusiastic crowd. Everyone wants them to fight for real, but the fighters just run away from each other. A certain woman was watching the fight and said that what was happening was a disaster. And to make matters worse, they didn't even make any money from the bets. At this rate, they won't be able to pay the rent for this terrible place. The woman is extremely angry. People should be betting a lot, but no one wants to spend money on a fight where the two fighters don't even have the courage to attack each other. After that, we learned that the leader of the Injustice League was working on a rock he stole from the previous leader. That rock is a piece of the alien artificial intelligence known as Brainiac. The new leader of the Injustice League, Lex Luthor, wants to revive this artificial intelligence by any means necessary. The sorceress who works for him in the Injustice League watches as Lex is completely miserable. Maybe that stone is too small, and suddenly an imaginary projection of Brainiac appears. He tells Lex what to do, but the supervillain is having too many problems. He can't buy the things he needs because he has no money. It's too expensive to keep the Injustice League running, and the sorcerer says that Lex is talking to himself again. No one sees what he sees, and suddenly a supervillain named Sonar appeared to say that a woman has arrived. She tells Lex about money problems and says that he's the one to blame. Second to her, he's taking too much of her profits, and the revenue from her fights with meta-humans is falling dramatically. The woman says Lex is keeping the best fighters in the Injustice League and she needs good fighters. Lex doesn't understand what she means and demands that she explains herself. The woman says that if she could have some famous female fighters in her matches, the money would come back and everyone will be happy. But when the woman gets too close, the sorceress pushed her away out of jealousy. Lex stopped the two of them from fighting and said that he had an excellent idea. He already knows how to solve the woman's problem and also how to raise money at the same time. The woman quickly understood. Lex wants to transform these meta-human fights into an all-female super-powered fight. This is an idea worth of billions of dollars. They'll have a lot of money, but unknown supervillains won't be enough. However, Lex says they won't be supervillains. After that, we see a criminal running through the streets of a city while a female superhero was chasing him. That man stole her wallet, but the woman can't get close because the criminal seems like a good fighter. She managed to knock him down, and at that moment, another superhero appeared offering help. Black Canary doesn't want her help, and because of that, the man managed to escape. The second superhero, called the Huntress, says she's never seen Black Canary so tired, and even if she doesn't ask for help, the Huntress used a trash can lid to knock down the criminal. Black Canary said she didn't need any help, but that was clearly not true. When the Huntress noticed that the criminal had stolen the wallet, she got in shock and found it very funny. Black Canary is certainly very tired, and without even saying anything, she got on her motorcycle and ran away. We see that the Huntress went straight to her apartment and saw her while she was asleep. The Huntress then called her boyfriend. He is the superhero Question. She told him everything that happened, but he doesn't understand why she cares so much about the other hero. After all, the both of them have fought in the past, and the Huntress lost the fight. The woman said that Black Canary was just lucky, and yet none of that matters. There's something wrong going on. But Question didn't even realize what could be wrong. He's working on his theories and can't keep on talking right now. Suddenly, the Huntress realized that Black Canary had already woken up and left the building with her motorcycle. She didn't even have time to sleep. The Huntress follows her to see where she's going. The both of them cross the entire city and head towards another city. Black Canary arrived at a certain elevator, and soon a third superhero appeared. She's the Brazilian superhero called Fire, and both of them ride the elevator together. The Huntress went to investigate, but the elevator returned full of men. She got in and then defeated all those men. After that, she disguised herself as a normal person and arrived at a grandstand full of people. The chairs have betting devices, and suddenly the woman who works for Lex Luthor appeared to welcome everybody. She says that this is an ultra-exclusive event where superpowered women will fight against other superpowered women. The entire arena is is protected by a force field, and everyone around it can place their bets on the winner. Today's first fight will be between two Justice League superheroes, and soon the two appear in the center of the ring. We see that the Black Canary is the undefeated champion of all battles since the event began. Now it's time to place the bets. The fight begins immediately after. The two superheroes fight furiously, but it's impossible to understand why they're doing it. It seems like Black Canary doesn't stand a chance against Fire, yet at the last moment she uses her powers to knock her down. In reality, Fire didn't stand a chance. Everyone in the audience was extremely impressed, and the Huntress, who was watching everything, just couldn't believe it. After the fight, she went to meet Black Canary and asked what was going on, but the woman didn't say anything and began attacking her. The two began an impressive fight, and just as Huntress was about to be defeated, she managed to go for Black Canary's throat and then grabbed her communicator to contact the Justice League, but Black Canary managed to stop her. The communicator was destroyed, and at that moment, Black Canary seemed to return to normal. She didn't know what was going on, but then she was knocked unconscious by the Huntress. The supervillains came to get the both of them, and the women were trapped in the same place. The Huntress apologized. She didn't know what was going on. That's why the Black Canary was so weak. She's been fighting in this arena every night, and suddenly that supervillain came to tend to Fire's injuries. Black Canary doesn't even remember fighting her, and the Huntress says that these people must be using some kind of device that can control their minds. Black Canary quickly realizes that they must be doing this through the Justice League's communicators. That female supervillain appeared and told the both of them that she doesn't want any of them to die, but since they aren't being controlled, they will have to kill each other in a fight. An event where two of the greatest female superheroes in the world will fight to the death will be worth millions of dollars. Quickly, the fight between the two women begins. Many people are there watching and placing bets, but to everyone's surprise, the women won't fight each other. They will actually fight together against two other superheroes, one named Vixen and the other one was Hawkgirl. With no time to waste, the fight begins. Black Canary would try everything to remove the communicators from the other two superheroes, and the fight between them is really impressive. Quickly, Black Canary managed to remove the communicator from one of the others. However, the supervillain didn't allow her to contact the Justice League. She destroyed the communicator before she could do it. Now that Vixen is free from the supervillain's commands, Black Canary told her what was happening. Now they'll team up to remove Hawkgirl's communicator, and as incredible as it may seem, it wasn't very hard at all. They managed to capture and quickly remove the communicator. Now everyone is back to normal. The Huntress challenged the superhero, asking if that was the best she could do, and the supervillain replied that it actually wasn't. She saved the best for last, and at that moment, Wonder Woman herself appeared in the arena. The other women wondered how they were going to defeat her. Hawkgirl says that the only possible plan is to try and not die. The fight began quickly. All the women's attempts to attack her are simply ineffective. Wonder Woman is just too powerful. Even though she was thrown against the force field, it wasn't enough to stop her. Not even the four women together could keep Wonder Woman pinned to the ground. She easily broke free from them all, and the others realized they can't win. Hawkgirl tried to break free from the force field to escape, and Black Canary finished the job with her superpowers. The audience wasn't happy with their actions, but they managed to escape. They now pursue the supervillain who's masterminding the entire game. Her bodyguards tried to stop the women, but the men were defeated one by one. Vixen was left alone fighting Wonder Woman, and even with the weight of an elephant, she was easily thrown out of the arena. Wonder Woman will continue attacking, and the women must help each other to avoid certain death. The power difference between them is huge. They are actually cooked. Diana doesn't even tire while fighting, and the two other women barely manage to dodge the attacks. Huntress and Black Canary are still defeating the bodyguards, but they decide to escape and go straight to the supervillain. Each woman will fight a villain inside the place they were hiding, and the first supervillain was easily defeated. Now it's time to go for the woman, but she actually managed to defeat Black Canary. Luckily, the Huntress managed to defeat the supervillain and then helped Black Canary. Together, the women made the man put a stop to the device that was controlling Wonder Woman. She was about to crush the heads of those women, but then stopped at the last moment. They were very lucky. Wonder Woman doesn't understand anything that just changes happened, and later the supervillains were arrested. In the end, Black Canary and the Huntress still didn't get along, but they decided to use this opportunity to find out which one of them was more powerful and started fighting. And that's it. Thanks for watching.